What is up, everybody? Today we'll be reacting to a Dreamcast guy video. Yeah, it's been a while since I did this, huh? Like, I'm gonna test this out a little bit. I don't know if you guys, like, I know you guys have been loving my X-Vault content, which thank you so much, by the way. You guys are awesome. You know, thank you so much for coming to my videos at all, but let alone, like, X-Vault videos. I did not expect you guys to want me to cover that bald pita bread from, in pita, not the other word, pita bread, from Sausage Party looking motherfucker. I'm actually surprised. You guys really wanted that. So, great. Awesome. I've been getting a lot of subscribers ever since I did more videos about him, but I want to branch out a little bit, you know, like, I don't want to give you guys just X-Vault, you know, so, here's Dreamcast Guy, with his video about Sony possibly giving up on the PS5 and PS6 consoles. Well, guess what? I don't think that they're exactly giving up on it, but it is becoming less and less of a focus. Absolutely. It's pretty clear that that's where Sony's going, because they're not getting enough. And you know what? Whatever they get from the PS5 and PS6 is whatever they're going to get. They know that, like, their PlayStation stuff has stagnated. But you know what? Let's just stop talking and continue.
Hey there, Gabers, Dreamcast Guy here. Currently,
With
my
1.5
QuakeCon
speed.
2025, I'm actually basically in a big
Sorry, with 1.5 speed.
stadium with 4,000 computers around me. There's a lot of people playing games. But since it's currently
Why do you have to mention that? I don't care.
quiet, I'm going to secretly film a video. At the end of this, I'll stand up and show you how big and crazy this room is. But I want to talk because yesterday, Sony did this strange investor call. Q&A, a lot of stuff about the future of PlayStation and the future of PlayStation games. And
Uh-oh. The fanboys don't seem happy, guys. The fanboys don't seem happy.
something they really hammered home, and they directly said, is that the future of PlayStation isn't hardware, which in a fancier, flowerier way is basically saying they're moving away from PlayStation consoles.
I wouldn't say moving away. Like, oh, trust me, I would love for that to happen. I would love for consoles to die, personally. I really do. They're holding back gaming. They're not doing their jobs anymore, which is being better, or not better, sorry. Which is better, like, being like cheaper alternatives, and having their own unique tools, you know, even compared to PC, right? Like, again, the PC wasn't doing what the Wii was doing at the time, you know what I mean? Yes, I know that you could connect the Wiimotes to the PCs. I'm not stupid, you know. I know you could do that. The PC is and was awesome. Don't get me wrong, but it's like obviously that wasn't the focus on the PC, right? Like, yeah, the PC was just with a amazing device that you could, you know, play any type of controller on it, but mostly with a keyboard and mouse, right? Obviously, you know. So, but what I'm trying to say is that, like, it didn't emphasize on only having the Wiimote and nunchuck or stuff like that, right? So the Wii's games were able to capitalize on it a little bit more because it was, you know, like, made around it, right? So, or even like at the Xbox 360, the PC didn't have anything like the Xbox Live and the party chats and stuff like that integrated with games. They probably did have, like, alternatives to that, like Alone, obviously, but they didn't have any of that integrated, and that was, like, the charm of the 360. If you were willing to, you know, spend all that money on the 360, which I don't blame any of you motherfuckers for not. I didn't either, right? But it's like the 360 had a different tool than the PC in terms of, yeah, like, how you interact with games, right? It wasn't the fucking exclusives that people gave a shit about. It was how you interacted with the games given from the console's tools. You know? In fact, like, because of the PS3's processors and like because of the PS3's, like, whole architecture in general, we had different games and, like, yeah, just overall different stuff compared to the other competition, including PC. Like, there's a reason why we didn't have Uncharted on the PC. There's a reason why we didn't have Infamous. Still, we don't, for some reason. Infamous 1 and 2 on the PC. You know what I mean? I mean, we do, probably through emulation, right? It's like, it sucks, though. I want a modern way to play my PS3, but I guess I can, technically, with the RPCS3 thing. I guess so, but, man, I need to learn how to set that up better. Like, I really do. Yeah. Because I really want to play Metal Gear Online. But anyways, yeah, so, with that being said, man, I mean, but now consoles, you know, I don't want them around anymore because they're not doing that job. They're not doing that job that they're supposed to, you know? And you know what? A quick shout out to a dude named Gamesta. He's pretty cool, man. Like he does these rants too, or he does these video reactions same way I do. But unlike him, I actually use screenshot, anyway, no, or screen recording. Anyways, like, shout outs to that man though. Shout outs to Gamesta. He did tell me like, oh hey, you know, in a live stream, yo, the reason why I feel that it'd be bad for consoles to die is because like next they're gonna come to PC, bro. Like next the BS is gonna come to PC, and he's right. But it's like, what are the consoles doing to improve themselves? That's my question. You know. And like I just don't feel like consoles are doing enough to stand out on their own. I want consoles to get better. I do. But it's not going to happen. And not to mention that even if it did happen, it's still the thing that consoles really are holding back hardware. They are. You know? God knows what PCs are capable of in terms of video games. Like, imagine if someone made a video game around the RTX 5070 or whatever the hell, right? Or 5090 Ti or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? With a modern CPU, a modern GPU, like a modern fucking like amount of gigabytes of RAM. You know what I mean? If they didn't have to worry about making games for the Switch 2, for the PS5, for the Series X, and then the shitty PS6 whenever that comes out too. Still probably gonna be dated as hell, you know, in terms of hardware. And it's just like, I'm sorry, I want consoles to die. I don't want them to exist anymore because I personally don't feel like they're gonna get any better. I don't feel that way. Not to mention that they're making you charge for online. The PS3 never used to do that. Nintendo didn't used to do that either. But now they're all doing that. And it's just like, what the hell, bro? What the hell? When I was a kid, I couldn't fathom paying for online. When I was a kid, I couldn't fathom paying 60 or 70 bucks for a fucking Nintendo game, bro. Oh, 1990 did this. Shut the hell up. That was a different time, first off. And secondly, they had less people in the gaming industry. It made sense. Their pricing made a lot more sense than you guys would think. You know, it really did back then. But now, no. You should not be charging anywhere near fucking even $50 for a game. Like, I think $50, I mean, is a good price. But now it's gone up. And it's just like, it sucks, man. And why has it gone up? From 60? Because of consoles. Consoles were the first to do $70 games. With the PS5 and Series X. And then in the same generation, they increased it to fucking 80. The hell? Are you serious? I'm done. I'm tired with this. I'm tired. I'm tired. Like, really.
Now, we've been talking a lot about Xbox slowly going third party, about the fact that their pivot, at least mathematically, makes sense. In that, if they're doing all these acquisitions, buying Bethesda, buying Call of Duty, Microsoft is spending tens of billions, close to hundreds of billions of dollars, trying to get the Xbox fire to ignite.
Yeah, and you know, with them, like, I don't know if they're always trying to do this, but I'm happy that Microsoft did not keep those only on the Xbox, personally. I really am, because, like, would that really help the hardware, right? Would it? I don't think so, personally. I think, like, them keeping it multiplat was the better move, even for the Xbox hardware, because, like, that's not what people are dissing the Xbox for. You know? I know, small brains are going to say, oh, exclusives were the reason why Xbox was doing good. No, you dumb fuck. No, it wasn't. The Xbox was doing amazing back in the 360 days because it offered something that the 360, Wii, and even PC didn't offer. You know? And that was its amazing online structure. Yes, it was expensive. It was, you know. And I didn't even experience the 360 in its golden years. I really didn't. But seeing what it offered at the time, I'm like, holy shit. This is amazing. That must have been amazing at the time. Being able to talk to your friends like that. Being able to interact with each multi-plat game in a way that only the 360 could at the time. That must have been amazing, bro. Amazing. Because the PS3 didn't do it. They could have, but they didn't. They didn't do what the 360 did. You know? And especially Nintendo. Do we even have to fucking mention the Wii and Nintendo's online? I don't think so. So, you know what I mean? It's like, no, because the 360 offered a feature, not a game, or two, or whatever. It offered a feature that people loved. You know? They knew the future online. They knew it. And they killed it. with the 360. That's why it was more popular. So I'm so happy that they did not like keep the games only on Xbox, you know, thinking that that would do anything, because it didn't do anything for them in the fucking Xbox One generation. You remember when they tried to make games only on Xbox One? Yeah, that didn't work out, did it? Yeah.
And it hasn't really worked out. And so it makes sense that their penny pinching accountants basically said, hey, we have to go third party. We have to put Xbox games everywhere. But with PlayStation, the PlayStation console sells. The PlayStation console is way, way, way out.
Yes, but not for the right reasons. It sells because of third party, which at that point Sony's like, okay, then we'll put our shit on other platforms. Do you want them to continue making games or not? I don't understand that. It's like, do you want them to continue making games or not? You know, excuse me. But I only hope that Sony will make better games because they're putting on multi-platforms. That's what I hope. You know? And I hope they make more games. Seriously, bro, I'm not getting any younger. Ain't no one getting any younger, unfortunately. We don't have the technology for that yet. I swear to God, someday I will hopefully, like, if we have the technology, I will put my brain in a fucking robot body or something like that. I hope so. Not to continue playing games. Fuck no. Hell nah. If I have a robotic body, I'm gonna go fucking explore the ocean, motherfucker. Hell nah. Peace. See y'all later. But, no, man, but it's like, we're not getting any fucking younger. Can you release these games at a more timely matter? Seriously. And it's not like it's like, oh, well, dude, you can't be rushing them. Come on. What are they making with all that time, bro? What are they making? What, stupid games that we don't want? Games that they're canceling? What are they making with that time? Because they weren't making another God of War. They're not making another Spider-Man game or DLC for the Spider-Man 2, are they? You know? They're not making shit. Sony, but not only Sony. This isn't only Sony. This is also Microsoft and even Nintendo to a certain degree. It's like, what the hell took you so long to fucking make Metroid Prime 4? And you're making it a glorified version of the fucking remaster of Metroid Prime that you just released? Like, the hell? I don't know, man. It's weird. It's so weird. Like, back in the day, man, we had games actually coming out, you know? We were excited for games to come out. Like, they showed it a year prior, maybe two, right? And then they released it. What a weird thing to be like, wow, they used to release games. But it's true. It's crazy.
So I want to talk about this mostly because even from just a baseline standpoint, I'm fascinated why it sounds like PlayStation is in a big hurry to get away from the PlayStation brand. Let's talk. Hi, good morning. Hope you're having a great day. If you
That's your introduction, bro? Well, to be fair, I'm the one who's been blabbing, so.
could please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, this is the main quote I've seen going around. And
I will not be doing that, thank you.
I want to give credit here. GameKey is an account we've quoted a lot on this channel. He did this translation himself, so props to him. And he sort of further clarifies how they phrase this and stuff. Sony vice president says they're gradually shifting the gaming business from a hardware-centric business model to a community and engagement-based platform.
And I'm happy about that. They know that their first-party titles like are not doing shit, or their exclusives are not doing shit on their platform. They know it. They know it. So they're like, look, we're going to put our stuff on PC and Xbox, maybe even Nintendo, right? And they should have put on Nintendo. I mean, I hate the Switch too. I do. But it's like, bro, let's not forget one thing and one thing only, okay? Is that Sony doesn't even have a fucking modern portable themselves. They haven't since the Vita. You know? And that garbage PlayStation Portal does not count. So, yeah, no. Like, let's just be honest for a second, though. Like, PlayStation is trash when it comes to making portables, or no, I'm sorry, not making portables, but on the prospect of making newer portables, because like you'd rather make a VR2 instead of a PS Vita 2. You know what I mean? It's like that's just weird. I don't know.
Now,
so stupid.
It's
so dumb.
Hate this term, engagement based. I played a lot of World of Warcraft.
You hate that? Why do you hate that? You engage with video games, don't you? Like, okay, I don't know why. Like, I wouldn't say I hate it. You know what I mean? What does it mean hate it? Does it mean, oh, because they're going like the only reason why I could see why he would say that he hates it is because it means more games as a service. But it's like they were doing that regardless of them going multiplayer or not. That's the thing. It's like they were doing that whether they were going away from PlayStation or not. So what are you talking about?
Anybody who has ever played a lot of Blizzard games, this is how Blizzard, in their own economic paperwork, describes success: engagement based. Basically, meaning it's not how much fun you have.
But World of Warcraft is successful though. It's too successful because like from what I heard, I haven't played it. From what I heard though, I could relate to those homies though. Like it just got worse and worse over time. That sucks. I hate it when that happens to a video game, right? Apparently it happened to Overwatch. I didn't play it back in 2016. I didn't. You know? So I never knew how good it was, which sucks. Maybe like if I buy the first one on PC, which I don't think I want to, I could go back to the 1.0.0 version, you know, because PC could do that. I know, cool, right? Maybe I can, but it's like, man, it's like, Jesus. It's crazy how stuff gets worse over time, huh? I don't know.
Or how cool your games were, or how good the Metacritic was. It was just, hey, how many hours did you stay logged in? That's all that matters to these corporations. So I don't exactly like that phrasing, but in the gaming.
What do you mean? So how long you been playing a video game? That doesn't count now? What are you talking about, Dreamcast guy? I swear, it's like, I don't understand his complaints. You're the one who gives 10 out of 10s to these garbage movie Sony games, first off, that you spend hours and hours beating and playing. But it's wrong when games want to do that for their actual gameplay? What? I don't understand. I really don't.
Business, we are moving away from a hardware-centric business model more to a platform business
Good.
that expands.
Sorry. Good. Good. Like, who cares? I mean, it's not like PlayStation is going away or anything like that, which I don't care if it does, personally. Seriously, like, their consoles have been shit since the PS4, bruh. Which I know is like, oh, that's just like another console generation ago. But it was like over 20 years ago, guys. I'm sorry, not 20 years ago, my bad. It was like over 10 years ago, though, guys. You know what I mean? 2013. 2013. Ever since that, PlayStation has been more and more mediocre. I mean, the PS3, let's see what the PS3 offered in its first existence, let alone its lifespan, right? In the beginning, it offered Linux compatibility. It offered PS1 and PS2 backwards compatibility. It offered being able to download music, games, TV shows, or whatever, right, onto their PS3. You know? It also offered Blu-ray and DVD, which I know that modern consoles do that, which is actually surprising to me. I'm actually genuinely surprised that modern consoles let you play Blu-ray and DVD, right? I'm genuinely surprised. But like, and then later down the line, we got PlayStation Home. Do you guys remember that? I do. It offered free online, which I can't believe it's a fucking plus now. I really cannot believe that's a plus. That's so sad. Wow. Really. It's like, let's see. And then later down the line, it actually offered engaging games that took advantage of the PS3's hardware. Wow, what do you know? I mean, damn, man. Look, I'm not trying to beat around the bush and, like, talk about the past and all, but I'm just saying, like, what did the PS4 offer compared to that? You know? And then the PS5 offered even less than the PS4 did. That's all I'm trying to say. It's like, we've just been getting less and less for more and more. Like, come on, man. We've been getting less and we're paying more. What sense does that make, bro? Yeah, no, like, I knew that the PS5 was going to be trash, bro. I knew it. And it's like, that's why I'm not engaging with mine. So, there you go.
The community and increases engagement. Now, this to me still just sounds like such an oddball thing to say, in that historically, PlayStation has been, more than pretty much any other company, very much about sell the system at a launch. Get people to love your platform, right?
Yes, like, years ago, Dreamcast guy, years ago. Hell, I will give Microsoft credit. They're the ones who actually noticed this before, and they're like, look, man, selling the console, you know, gambling on whether it's going to be a success over and over and over again is just not feasible. It's not safe anymore, you know? So instead, they wanted to offer service. Is Game Pass good? No. Fuck no. But, you know, like, especially later down the line, like, look, for you guys who love Game Pass, I get it, man, but let me just tell you something, man, it's going to get worse and worse. It's going to get worse and worse. Like, they're going to have less games on there, they're going to charge you more. I'm sorry, it's not stable. Dreamcast. Fucking, Game Pass is not stable. It's not going to be stable later down the line. It was cheaper and it offered you more games before. You know? So I don't know, man. So, I mean, whatever. Like, especially on console, you know? Like, damn. On PC, we're still getting, I guess, a pretty good deal, but I'm not using it, so I don't care, because I'm more than happy buying my games on Steam. You know, I'm sorry, I don't need Game Pass. But I will say, though, like, Game Pass on PC, it's not a horrible deal. $12 a year, and, I'm sorry, just $12 a month. Like, and you get, like, a decent selection, I guess. Yeah, that's just way better on the PC. Shit.
Get all your friends on PlayStation. Now you're socially locked into it. If you want to play multiplayer with your bros, you got to buy the PS4, 3, 4, 5. Oh, if you love this series, we're going to get you hooked on these characters. If you loved Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, well, you got to see how it all...
Well, what characters are they trying to make you fall in love with now, Dreamcast guy? Like, what characters are you talking about now? Because they're not doing that anymore. And again, this was before they're straying away from PlayStation. You know? The PS5 shows that Sony lost their game, bro. And you know what? Everyone else did too. But we're talking about PlayStation right now. And Sony does not respect their history. They have not for the longest time. They even moved their goddamn main studios out, or their main company, I'm sorry, out of, like, Japan and into fucking California. You know how much of a shit-lib move that is? Are you serious? You moved to California? Oh yeah, we're gonna love the fucking much higher business taxes, I guess. The fuck? Like, that doesn't make sense, even in a financial way. It doesn't make any sense. You could have put your studio literally anywhere else in America. And still have one in Japan as well, by the way. Like, what? At least main studio. I don't know.
It's an Uncharted 4. Oh, an extra chapter with Uncharted Lost Legacy. PlayStation, I feel like, more than anybody else, has really sort of gotten into that idea of selling you the car so you'll pay for the gas. They always try to make PlayStation as cheap as possible, so you buy it, and then they make all their money.
Holy shit, well, they failed miserably with the PS5, didn't they? Damn. In that aspect, right? Making it cheap as possible, and then increases the price over time more and more. For everything, not only the hardware, but they also increase prices for the video games. They also increase prices for the whatchamacallit, the hardware. No, and I'm not even talking about the PS5. I'm talking about the controllers and shit. I mean, God, man. Oh, the accessories, I guess that's better. Yeah. For the accessories, they increase the prices. For the hardware, they increase the prices. For the games, they increase the prices. For the services, they increase the prices, bro. Just playing online requires you to pay, like, what, I think $120 a year now? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god. I could be wrong about that, but, like, I think it increased from 80. From the last time I heard, it was 80. That's the last time I could confirm. So I could be wrong about that, but still, any amount of money that you're paying for online is ridiculous, bro. Yeah, I wonder why you free-to-play games are doing so well. Fucking really. I'm okay with that, too. Like, let free-to-play games take over at this point. Fuck these actual games, bro. Actual games, quote-unquote.
Every time you buy any game on a PlayStation, you get 30%, right? That money, to them, has been a money printer. The fact that they're acting like moving away from it is the key to success still sounds the most surreal.
They're not moving away from it. They're just saying, hey, we found other ways of making money. And yes, that made them money in the past, Dreamcast guy, but now they have better ways of making money. I mean, you just saw that, like, they've been doing well in engagement or whatever, right? Like, oh, they've been selling 80 million units. Did you not just see that, like, happen? And they didn't do that by focusing on PlayStation in the PS5 era. They didn't do that through that. It happened because of other people's shit on their console. Personally, I can't wait until consoles die. I really can't. I mean, they suck now, you know? They're bad. I mean, yeah, and the main gaming industry is going to try to come for PC, but you know what? I mean, it will probably get worse on PC too, maybe. Sure. But you know what? The thing is that, like, what I noticed is that even when other services, you know, are created, it doesn't matter. Like, people always flock to Steam, I feel like. If you honestly think that people are gonna... I mean, even fucking Rockstar was like, fuck it, we're gonna put our games back on Steam. They tried to make their own launcher, remember that? Fucking Rockstar. And it didn't work out.
So if Rockstar isn't able to get people onto their other shit, what makes you think anyone else is? I mean, yeah, sure, Minecraft, stupidly enough, isn't on PC. Sure, like, whatchamacallit, what's another popular game? Fortnite isn't on Steam, which is stupid. I mean, I'm sorry, Minecraft is on PC, but what I mean is that it's not on Steam, and so isn't Fortnite, but they're dumb. They're the Epic Game Store is really that toxic. They're like the PlayStation of the PC system or whatever, like the PC whatever ecosystem, you know? And whatever. Anyways, I guess I'm done here because Dreamcast guy really doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He really doesn't. Like he just keeps talking about the glory of the old days. Hey, old man, we're not in the 80s or 90s anymore, buddy. As unfortunate as that is, we're not in those, or even early 2000s. Unfortunately, we're not in those days anymore, bro. We're not. You know. My God. Sorry to tell you, man. Anyways, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, guys. Do all that good stuff. I hope you like this Dreamcast guy reaction video. Please, by all means, in the comment sections, tell me what else you want. You know, do you want me to react to whatever Forge Gaming, or whatever? Put it in the comments below, please, by all means. All right, bye.